They say stepmothers come in two kinds, the ones who heal broken homes and the ones who burn them down. Mine? She didn't just light a fire. She built an empire on the ashes of my father's love. I was 22 when Dad remarried. Her name was Valerie, elegant, polished, every inch the perfect woman. The kind who smiled with her lips but never with her eyes. At first, I tried to like her. She'd bring me breakfast, ask about my classes, even call me sweetheart. But it all felt rehearsed, like every gesture had a hidden camera behind it. Dad adored her. He said she was the light that brought joy back after Mom died, but little did he know, she was just waiting for that light to go out. When Dad got sick, Valerie took control of everything, his meds, his meetings, even his will. She'd whisper things like, "You need rest, darling. Let me handle the papers." He trusted her completely. One night, I overheard her on the phone in the study. Her voice was low, sharp. "He doesn't have long. Once the transfer's done, that house is mine." My blood ran cold. I wanted to tell Dad, but he was too weak, too lost in her performance. 3 weeks later, he was gone, just like that. At the funeral, Valerie wore black designer sunglasses and a fake tear. When the lawyer read the will, I sat in silence as she smiled, because the entire estate, every cent, every property, went to her. I remember whispering, "That's impossible. Dad would never—" But the lawyer just looked down. "Everything appears legal," he said softly. I was left with nothing but my car. A few clothes and a heart full of rage. She kicked me out that same night. Her exact words: "You're an adult, Ethan. Go earn your own living. Your father wanted me to move on, and I will." I walked away without looking back, but deep down I promised myself I'd return. Not for revenge, for truth. Months passed. I worked as a mechanic, saving every dime. But my real focus was finding proof. If she really manipulated Dad, there had to be something. One night, while cleaning out my car, I found Dad's old phone wedged behind the glove compartment. I didn't even know I still had it. The screen was cracked, but it turned on. And what I found inside made my hands tremble. There was a voice memo, dated 2 weeks before he died. It was Dad's voice. "If anything happens to me—" Valerie changed the papers. She said it's for tax reasons, but I don't trust her. "Ethan, if you're hearing this, find the original will. It's hidden in the study drawer under the old chessboard." I felt like the ground vanished beneath me. That night, I drove back to our old house. The lights were off. Valerie was away in Italy for some retreat. I snuck in through the garage. The code was still Dad's birthday. The study smelled like him. Old books. Cigar smoke, peace. I went straight to the chessboard, lifted the drawer, and there it was, a sealed envelope, yellowed around the edges. Dad's handwriting. I tore it open. The real will. Every word written in his own hand. Everything was left to me. The house. The business. The savings. All mine. I remember laughing, crying, shaking all at once. I had proof. Next morning, I went straight to a lawyer and filed a fraud report. Turns out, Valerie had forged Dad's signature and bribed the witness. A full-blown criminal case opened in less than a week. She came back from her trip to a storm. Lawyers, investigators, police at her gate. The look on her face when I showed her the real will. Priceless. She tried to play victim. "Ethan, your father wanted—" I cut her off. "No, Valerie. You wanted." Within a month, the court froze all her accounts. She was charged with forgery, fraud, and misappropriation of estate assets. When the verdict came, I stood in the same courtroom where she once smiled at my pain. The judge said, "Everything reverts to the rightful heir, Ethan Cole." She screamed as they led her away. I just looked at her and said softly, "I hope the cell feels like home." A few months later, I restored the house, exactly the way Dad loved it. His photo still hangs in the hallway, smiling like he knew I'd make it right. But I didn't stop there. I started a nonprofit foundation in his name, the Cole Trust, helping children who lose parents to manipulation or fraud. Now, when I sit on that porch with a cup of coffee, I don't feel bitterness anymore, just peace. Dad's voice echoes in my head. You're stronger than she ever was, son. And he was right. Because revenge didn't give me power. Truth did. So here's your takeaway. Never let anyone rewrite the legacy your parents built for you. Even if they wear a smile, even if they pretend to love you, watch their hands, not their words. Because sometimes, evil doesn't break in, it walks right through the front door. Wearing your stepmom's perfume. If you loved this story of betrayal and justice, hit that subscribe button, because I've got more stories coming of lies exposed, power reclaimed, and revenge served cold.